Hi everyone, this video is to show you how to create a custom scale in a Schoology course. And so you may be interested in creating a custom scale for your Schoology course because you want to set a different threshold for a letter grade. Maybe you want to add incomplete or missing to your scale so that when you attach it to an assignment you can select those and those translate into a particular point percentage. Lots of different reasons why you might want to create a custom scale. And so the first thing you need to do is go to your course and then go to your grades setup. You'll see on the right-hand side here that there are a number of different scales listed. Anything that has a gray lock next to it has been created at the district, and you can't edit that. But you can create your own, and once you can create them, there are these little gears that indicate that these are custom scales. And so to create a new scale, you go to the little add button at the top, select scale, and you'll name it whatever you want. And I have a test scale already, so I'll do it twice. You can add as many levels as you want, so you can actually be pretty granular with the different letters and levels that you want to include. I'll just do the standard one for now, and then I'll also add incomplete and missing, just to have those. So now I'm going to go in and set the range for each letter grade, and so I would like an A to be any score between an 89 to 100%, and so I'm going to keep that as is, and I'll attach this to an assignment at some point to show you what that looks like. And I'll just be consistent all the way down. And so let's do 59. Let's cap the F at 50, 40, and then 0. As long as the range goes from 0 to 100%, Schoology is going to accept it. The letter conversion is what Schoology is going to translate the letter grade into. So when you select the B, for instance, and you give a student a B on their assignment, what number is that going to translate to? Schoology can only think in numbers, so you need to help it out by telling it what it should calculate as. And so I'm just going to set these like 95, 85. The important thing is that it does have to be within the range, and so it can't be the 89 and it can't be the 79, but it has to be somewhere in between those numbers. So I'm going to go ahead and set all of those, and for this one, and that. So when I select, for instance, missing on an assignment, that's going to translate to 35% of the total number of points. If you are interested in showing only the letter grade to students, and so they won't be able to see any numeric value, no percentages, no points, this would be a way to kind of focus on just the letter itself. Schoology is going to know what it is, you're going to know what it's worth, but the students will just see the letter grade. So they won't be able to calculate things. So I'm going to go ahead and save changes. And I have my test scale 2 here, and I click on that. You can see the ranges, you can see the letter conversion. Important thing to note that if you are using a scale like this one that has full-on words and that aren't letters per se, we don't recommend using that for your final grade settings gradebook scale, which is down here, because that won't translate back into IC. IC can only read the A, B, C, D, F. It can read the plus minuses, and it'll translate those for you at the semester. But these types of words would be considered invalid grades, and so IC won't translate those, just as an FYI. So what I'm going to do is show you what it looks like in an assignment, and so I've created a test scale assignment here. I'm just going to edit it and attach my scale that I want, and so my test scale 2, and I'll save those changes. And now when I select into this to input a grade, it gives me this drop-down menu with my different options. And so I could say that Sean got an A, and it's going to translate that for me. Jackie got a D, not really, of course. And then you can even select the missing and incomplete as well. And so it's going to translate that for the student. That's how it essentially works. If you want them to only be able to see the actual letter, right, so that they can see what it means, if we were to click on his grades, it would have the letter and the number of points, what it translates to, right? And so he'll know that it's missing, and then it'll tell you the number of points. But again, if you wanted to show just the letter so that Menko can only see the missing, what I would do is I would edit my test scale 2, click the box that says only show letter grade, save those changes, and then let's go back into the gradebook and see what we can see. And so when I select Menko's grades, he can only see the missing. He doesn't know how many points that's out of. Schoology knows how many points, and again, you know how many points it's out of, but he won't see that. So that's just an FYI. And that's how you create a custom scale.